Hi, it's Poetic and Soul again, and we're here to do 9by90s. Excuse this eyebrow because it cannot get it together today, and my ponytail is lopsided. We're just a mess today, aren't we? But this is real life. So we're with the Fantastic Ladies today, and we are doing 9by90s, where we chose 9 shows from the 90s. We're supposed to do this roulette style. The project goes from 9th of January to the 9th of March, so it's only 2 months. So here are my picks. I chose Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he moves from Philly to Bel-Air. And Bel-Air, they're snooty and they're fancy. Oh my God. Sorry, my powder's all was about to spill all out. And we have this body powder. And you guys can see. This is a lavender body powder. An after bath powder. I got this at Walmart. I think Spring Fresh is the brand, some basic brand. So this this body powder for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So that was that. And Family Matters, who has Urkel. Urkel was not an original character for Family Matters. He was only supposed to be a one-time and maybe an occasional character, but the audience loved him so much they made him permanent. And I chose the sample of Supergoop's Unseen Sunscreen in SPF 50. This is, as you can see, it's a Sephora sample. And I chose this one because it's unseen for 2 reasons. All of Laura's flaws are unseen to him because she's perfect in his eyes. Also, he's got to be blind. I know he has those glasses that are like 5 inches thick, but he has got to be blind because he's always messing something up, which is where his classic line, "Oops, did I do that?" comes from, because he's always messing something up. So unseen, it's Unseen Sunscreen in SPF 50 by Supergoop. Next we have Living Single. We are living single. Okay, so for Living Single, I chose Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream Instant Turnaround Moisturizer. And that is it. And I chose this one for Regine in there. Now, they're all my favorite characters for a different reason, but she's especially my favorite because I grew up watching her as Tootie from Facts of Life. And because I have that history with her, she's my favorite. And Regine is all about fanciness. She don't want too much drama. She's all about going on a date, looking her best. So I figured Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream is for her. And next we have Sister Sister. Loved Sister Sister. And Sister Sister, they are twins who were separated at birth, adopted by a single mom and a single dad, and they end up all living together when they find each other. And so for Sister Sister, I chose ColourPop's Birthday Cake, Super Shock Shadow, and Birthday Cake. I've only worn this once, and I've had it for a long time. So I will swatch it. And I find it to be like a topper, an eyeshadow topper. So that's Birthday Cake for Sister Sister. Then we have In Living Color. In Living Color. In Living Color, we have Stila Fiery, which is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It's a red liquid lipstick. I like it because it's a very comfortable liquid lipstick. I'm not a fan of liquid lipsticks typically. And Fiery is for Jim Carrey's character on In Living Single. I believe Jim Carrey's I believe In Living Color is how Jim Carrey really got famous. He's a wonderful comedian, one of my favorites, and his character on one of his characters. Okay, for those who don't know, those who are too young to know In Living Color is was a skit comedy show put out by the Wayans brothers, Damon Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Keenen Ivory Wayans, their sister, I don't remember her name, and there are a bunch of them. They're like 11 kids. And they put out the show called Living Color, a skit comedy show similar to like how Mad TV used to be or Saturday Night Live is now. That's what In Living Color was. Okay, so Jim Carrey's character one of his characters was Fire Marshal Bill. Fire Marshal Bill was a fire marshal, but he didn't do a good job. So I would say mainly you have to go and YouTube Fire Marshal Bill to really. I'm gonna bust out laughing right now. I'm trying not to. Trying to keep it together. So Stila Liquid Lipstick in Fiery is for In Living Color. For Moesha, M to the O to the E to the S to the H to the A to the. Okay. Brandy who played Moesha. I was a fan of Brandy before Moesha came out. She used to be on another sitcom called Thea. Okay, where she played the daughter on Thea. And I was a fan of her since then. And I always had this, I wore my hair in braids all the time. My braids were always the same as Brandy. I even remember one time she wore a different style. She wore twists. And I went to the hairstylist, I brought a picture of Brandy. And I said, I want this hairstyle. And after 5 hours in the chair, my hair was finally finished. And she was like, how do you like it? It was hideous. It was absolutely hideous. But my parents raised me to always be polite and respectful. And I said, I love it. And I went home and took out every single one of those twists. And that was when I learned how to put my own extensions in my hair, because I took it out and my father had just paid $170 to this lady to do my hair. And so I wasn't about to go back to school with my hair not done, so I had to learn how to fix it myself. So anyways, for Moesha, we chose carrot oil with jojoba oil hair food. It is a hair and scalp nourishment, and I will use this on my scalp like this, my scalp. So I chose that because of her braids. Saved by the Bell. I chose Juice Beauty's Green Apple Peel Full Strength. Now, I chose this one because there was an episode in Saved by the Bell. First of all, I got to tell you how much I love Saved by the Bell. I love Saved by the Bell so much that when my mom was pregnant with my sister and we found out it was a girl, I wanted her, well, we didn't really find out it was a girl. We were choosing girl and boy names. And I said, if it was a girl, I want her to be named Tiffany Amber, from Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who's a character on the show, actress on the show. And my mother was like, I don't know about that. Well, lo and behold, my sister has 2 middle names. And guess what her 2 middle names are? She has her first name and her middle name, Tiffany Amber, and her last name. So in the end, I won. I think it's a funny story how obsessed I was with Saved by the Bell that I had my mother give my sister my favorite character's name. So anyways, Green Apple Peel. This is because there was an episode on Saved by the Bell where Zach met another young lady, and she was homeless. And how he found out was that she was always just eating an apple for lunch. That was all she would ever eat. And he's like, why do you always eat an apple? And she was just like, I don't know, I like apples. And then the rest of the crew had seen her father like washing up in the bathroom, and they're like, I think that guy's homeless. And then later on, they hear her call him dad, and then they realize that that's her dad. The homeless guy who's washing up in the bathroom is her dad. And the reason she was only eating an apple for lunch is because she couldn't afford to do anything else because she was homeless. And I don't know why all these years that episode has stuck to me. I have no clue why. But I chose Green Apple Peel for that episode. Kind of a serious episode for for that show because it's really a sitcom, but I remember that one. So for Beverly Hills 90210, everything is glitzy and glam in Beverly Hills. So I chose Stila, Glitter in Kitten Karma. I love this so much. I'm going to swatch it, and you guys just have to know how much I love this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, so good. And it lasts on your eyes a really long time. My final one is Boy Meets World. And for Boy Meets World, this represents Topanga. Topanga was raised by hippies. She's a hippie herself. And as hippies, I'm a hippie. For those who don't know me, I make a lot of things myself. And so I have this homemade body scrub. It's a sugar scrub. Oh, sorry. It's a salt scrub. I made it with Himalayan salt. And it's not a lot in there. It was full yesterday, but I think somebody got to it. So that's what I have, which is kind of a gimme product. But even though it seems like a gimme product, this is going to take me a while because I don't use body scrubs that often. Probably just a few times a year. So even though this is just a 2-month project, this is going to probably take me that long to use up. And so those are my 9 picks from 9by90s. So since it's roulette style, there's a list of different 90 shows that we had to choose from. And anytime you finish something up, you're supposed to swap something else in. We'll see how I do with this. Like I said, this goes from the 9th of January to the 9th of March, 2019. This is a Fantastic Ladies production, as usual. So I want to this was created by Elise, and I believe, and this is, I want to thank Amanda and Jessica, as usual, because they are the admin over at Fantastic Ladies, which is a Facebook group. We are also on Instagram, so I will post on Instagram as well. And as usual, I'm Poetic in Soul. Please stay beautiful inside and out, and always keep the poetry in your soul. If nobody has told you today, you're beautiful, and I love you. Bye-bye.